All right, everybody, we have a MotoStars video today. We're going to be going over the plan method so we can understand what happened, how it happened, because this is a motorcycle educational video. So we're going to go over a lot of beginner rider mistakes, a lot of mistakes that these people shouldn't be making because usually it's beginners making it. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to go over it. We're going to figure out what happened, how it happened, and we're going to try to not make these same mistakes ourselves. Let's take a look at this one. We have a stop sign coming up. You saw that sign right there. Riding behind our buddy, not wearing gear. Wear some gear, no gloves. That's the stop sign that the sign was indicating. There's the crash into a mailbox. You hear the squealing of the tire. So that means we locked up one of the tires. Either ABS didn't kick on, or this bike does not have anti-lock brakes. Doesn't have that system involved, which it should, but seems like it didn't work.
No way.
So there's the crash. Good, he's checking up on him. That's good. Okay, good.
I blacked out a little bit. I think I'm good.
I don't know if he blacked out. He could.
Working.
Brakes did not stop working. They were working. I do like that this guy right here with the sweater checked on his friend first before the bike. We don't see that a lot. So kudos to this guy for checking on his friend. But let's figure out what happened. So we're going to go over a little bit. We're going to spend a little bit of time on this one. Yes, don't do anything. This is illegal racing probably. I don't know. Either way, we're going to go over the plan method, okay? Position for safety, locate hazardous situations, assess relevant threats, and navigate active threats. Position for safety, we're going to focus heavily on line of sight, having at least one escape path available to us, and then also having a good space cushion. So this is a decent space cushion for what it is. We're riding in a group, or at least with our buddy. We're not side by side with each other, especially on the turns. I like that. This way, you're able to swerve back and forth to get yourself in a new position for safety. Let's say there's like some gravel or rocks, you're able to move, and you're not side by side. Staggered is better, but in the corners, I prefer this. So we're coming up to here.
Hey, everyone.
Part of the plan is locating hazardous situations. How are you going to know where hazardous situations are? Corners are hazardous for motorcycle riders because we failed to negotiate them. And then intersections. So when I see that there is a turn right there, the signage itself is telling me this is a corner. Okay, of course you could see it up ahead, but that sign will indicate it's a corner. It's hazardous for motorcycle riders. So it is a hazardous situation, so we had to find relevant threats. Now, the relevant threat could be we're going too fast. It could be gravel on the road. It could be oil. It could be another car, whatever it is. Either way, if we're going too fast, that's a hazard. Also, we have an intersection coming up. That's what a stop sign's for. So these things will tell you ahead of time what you should be looking out for that you're about to come up to. And another thing I like to have is my phone. So I use Rockform. There's a link in the description for 20% off. I love it. It's a phone mount. It's also magnetic on the back. Anyways, I put it on my handlebars and I have my GPS going. So just like in Grand Theft Auto or any racing game, you see the curves coming up because you have your motorcycle or you have your GPS on. So that's another way to see all these things. But if I see that there's a stop sign coming up and it's a curve, I'm probably going to slow it down a little bit.
Situation where a simple misunderstanding between.
So yeah, we're going a little bit fast here, but look at another sign right there indicating it's a T intersection coming up. So it's letting you know that something could be happening coming up pretty soon. So we're coming up to here. So I'm not going to continue speeding. Those signs are letting me know it's coming up pretty soon. So I'm going to start rolling off the throttle, maybe applying a little bit of progressive brake pressure to slow myself down. First off, I'm not going to put myself in a position of speeding too much, but that's the case. So we're coming up to here. There's the intersection. You can see the stop sign kind of barely, but there's the stop sign. So that means the intersection is doing this right here, right? So that means the intersection is there. So how do we stop? We don't slam the rear brake. Okay, like I said, I'm going to go pretty heavy on this first video so we can apply this to the next couple videos. I'm not going to slam the rear brake because your braking power on a motorcycle, you only have two wheels, is that once you start applying brake pressure, you start putting weight on that front tire. So it means less weight is on that rear tire. So if you're applying your stopping power on that rear tire, there's less weight, which means less traction, which means it's going to possibly slide when you apply almost all your braking on that right foot, that rear brake. So what you want to be able to do is utilize that front brake and do progressive brake pressure. So squeeze a little bit, squeeze a little bit, squeeze a little bit, squeeze a little bit, squeeze a little bit more, okay? You can do it quickly, but you want to get some weight transfer to that front tire and you can squeeze a little bit more. You see on his right hand, he's not applying any. I think he starts a little bit, but then he releases it, but he's slamming that rear brake. So for car drivers going into motorcycle riding. So if you're a car driver currently and you're like, I want to ride a motorcycle, what we typically do in cars is we have your right foot on the gas pedal, right foot to switch over to the braking. And so what people tend to do when they panic in a car, brakes, right? That's all you have to do. So when you go from cars to motorcycles, it's a natural habit of right foot brake. That's only rear brake. You need to transition your mindset into stopping is right hand. Okay, roll off the throttle, right hand, pulling the clutch. So here, there's that front brake, but he's already squealing on that rear tire. You're gonna watch him release the front hand. There's the release of the front hand. The rear tire is sliding because now we have less traction on that rear tire and it's sliding across. If that's happening to you, release the rear brake. So lift your toes up off that brake, start squeezing that front brake. But we're already in a bad position. We got ourselves here. There's not much we're going to do here. We're kind of screwed. We should have not been speeding in the first place, right? So as smart riders here, we acquire and use personal protective equipment just in case something bad happens and we crash. Not wearing any gloves, road rash. He's got a helmet. That's good. Boots, pants, jackets, all that stuff. There's the impact in the mailbox. That's really hard to break. So the amount of force to break that 4x4 piece of wood, it's a lot of power. Thankfully, it didn't hit his leg. It just hit the back end probably. Up and over. Probably has a little concussion. So if you want to give yourself the minorest of minor feelings of what a concussion can be like, shake your head really violently. Just real quick like that. You're going to feel a little bit of pain in your brain. If you do that, that's your brain hitting the sides, the insides of your skull.
Good.
Now imagine hitting the ground really hard and tumbling. It's doing that really hard, and that's what a concussion does.
My brakes stopped working.
No, his brakes were working. It's that he used too much rear brake, and it's not going to give him the stopping power. You usually have about 80% in the front, 20% in the back. So if you even slam full 100% power to that rear brake, you're only getting 20% stopping power. You need to utilize your front brake too. All right, so we have a corner. Once again, corners are hazardous situations. Are we the relevant threat? We have to navigate active threats, and we'll talk about that. We're coming around the corner. Oh, everyone's slowing down, but not us. And there's somebody there. And a crash. Now what happened? I think there's a little bit more. Maybe we have some more here. Okay. I'm gonna try to get a good frame. How would you react in a moment like this? Okay, we'll talk a little bit about that. Is there more? Is he okay? He put his helmet on the ground or his head fell off. All right, let's go back a little bit here. So we're going through a corner, right? Okay, we're going a little bit fast, 102 kilometers per hour. That is about 60 miles an hour-ish, 65. So we're coming through here. It's like, oh crap, a car. So he's going to find his escape path. Well, I'm going to go to the right side of the car and get on the shoulder. Oh crap, there's somebody there. We're kind of screwed. So we're going a little bit too fast in the corner. Located hazardous situation corners, right? Are we going a little too fast? We're the relevant threat. How do we navigate? Oh, we're going to go ahead and go on the shoulder. Oh crap, there's somebody there. Straighten up the handlebars as best you can. Apply the brakes as best you can. Maybe try to avoid as best you can. Not much you can do here. But why were people stopped? So we're going to have that issue. It's like, oh, they shouldn't have been there. Well, they were stopped because if you look right here, somebody else crashed. Somebody else crashed in the corner. So they did the same exact thing that we were doing on this motorcycle, and we went off-road and crashed. And these people are here to help. So when it comes to rescue, this is another thing that we talk about here is remaining calm, ensure your own safety, stop major bleeds, and quickly assess the severity. This kind of gives you an idea of what the severity is. But when it comes to this, ensure your own safety, look for hazards. So if you're over here, if you're this person, if you're these people, helping these people, get yourself in a better position for safety. Okay, plan method still works, but ensure your own safety. Pull your car off to the front onto the shoulder. Also, if you're this guy, move up ahead and pull off a little bit further ahead. Or, let's see if we can get a photo, or not a photo, but right here. You have that guy on the motorcycle that's on the shoulder, right? Have him do a U-turn, come over here, park his motorcycle right here, stand right here. So here's him, right? Stand right here, and tell people to do this. Talk to each other on your Cardo Pack Talk edges, okay? There's a link in the description for a discount for that, 10% right now. Sometimes they do sales for 20%, but 10% right now. Talk to your buddies from there, over there, and be like, hey, and they're like, hey, we got everyone, he's fine, and blah, blah, you can come back. Okay, cool. You come back so you guys can communicate, but do this around that corner. This will make it to where we will start slowing down. We're like, hey, that's kind of weird. We'll start slowing down already. And so then when we come around the corner, we aren't going to hit the people like we hit here. Okay, so what this person right here is doing is ensuring the safety of people on scene helping, which also prevents anybody acting kind of fast and dumb from coming around the corner too fast and possibly crashing in the same exact spot that person crashed. Okay, and so if you want to learn how to do this U-turn part right up here, so you do a U-turn, right? You do a U-turn in the road. You're coming up here, do U-turn in the road and come back. If you want to do it quickly and do it better, guys, I also have that here, the Smart Rider motorcycle training drills, 24 different drills. It gets harder and harder and harder, but you only have to set up your cones once right here. Set up your cone once, 10 cones. I sell cones too. You can just get 5 tennis balls cut in half. You can practice your U-turns, practice slow speed stuff so you can do it really quick in the middle of the road so you can get to over here and start stopping people. Links in description, discount, 20% off, links in description, go practice 20. It comes with a digital version so you can actually put it on your phone. Like I said, with the GPS or with the rock form mount, it comes on your phone too. And it has QR codes in the booklet itself, and it has clickable QR codes on the actual PDF too. So it'll take you to videos of me doing it and demonstrating it, showing you how to set up the course. Boom, boom, done. Okay, but I want somebody right here slowing people down so this doesn't happen. Okay? So that doesn't happen. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of tools to prevent a lot of these things. This doesn't have to be the reality of motorcycle riding. We can change that up. So links in description for all those discounts, the Bluetooth, the rock form mount, definitely the drills. I sell the digital version only, this version, and a cone version too. All right, so we're gonna go do some wheelies though. High skill, high risk, okay? You do what you wanna do, that's fine. Wear gear, please. Try not to hit anybody. I prefer if you do it in a parking lot. Shoulder pain, shoulder, ouch.
So good.
Yeah, you are. Good crash protection on the bike and whatnot. Oh, cyclist. Oh, hit us. Idiot cyclist. I mean, these cyclists could definitely use the plan method. Intersection's dangerous for motorcyclists, dangerous for people, to be quite honest. But this dude just literally goes from, he doesn't follow the road rules. He's supposed to stop. Let's go back to that. If he was following the road rules, right, he would stop like everyone else. He wants us to pay attention to the road rules and share the lane, but he's not sharing the lane with cars. Stupid. This looks like California, San Diego, possibly. And so he's going to go through the stop sign, almost get T-boned by this truck, not paying attention, hits us in the back end, knocks us over. Idiots. They want us to follow the rules, but they don't follow the rules either. I don't know. On cloud shoes, wear full gear. That's not good enough. Not good enough.
Should we sound the example?
Yeah, talking to each other on our Cardo Pack Talk edges, having a good time, riding on a group, passing each other.
Consequences.
Looks like the car is part of the group. Oh! Car is part of the group. Oh! Bike's gonna keep going. Bike wants to stabilize. Oh, it's gonna hit him. Oh my. Bike wants to stabilize. It's pretty balanced. What the heck? All right, there's a few things we want to point out here. I'm gonna try to go through this one as quick as possible, but this is a pretty intense. Okay, so injury to the left leg. Oh, there's the limping. Okay, so we have a structural issue with the musculoskeletal system. A little bit of fluids coming out. Multiple camera angles. That's the guy that was limping because it did hit him in the left leg. Not much you could do for the tib fib, right where he's indicating his pain. There's not much gear for that part of the body. There's no impact protection for there. It's just road Oh, another one. What the heck? All right, let's go back just a little bit. So this car is a part of the group. They had a camera on the back. I was hoping to see it, but that's what the camera is here. So they're all just kind of chilling, wanting some good footage, having a nice, easy ride.
Can lead to serious.
Now, one of the things, though, I want to point out is that when you're doing stuff for the camera, your focus is the camera. Your focus isn't the riding. So that when people want to start riding, they want to start recording, they want to do motovlogs, they want to do fun stuff like this, it can take your focus away from actually riding. As a content creator myself and somebody that rides with a camera, so I'm developing the Smart Rider Training Manual, I'm on the camera. My focus isn't the camera. The camera is documenting what I'm doing. So I'm focusing on what I'm doing. The camera just happens to be there. I'm not trying to perform for the camera. I'm just performing and the camera's capturing. That's it. So a lot of people tend to focus on, I want to look good, so they're performing for the camera. And I think a lot of stuff happens here because this person's, like, these people are riding, right? The only way you're going to run into somebody is if you're not paying attention. That's the big thing. I wonder if do we get another view? No, we don't get another view. So these people, the person that ran into the back of this person was paying attention to the cameras and doing all that stuff. There's the lack of focus. They weren't locating hazardous situations here. So rear-ended this motorcyclist. You see how violent that force is. Knocks the motorcyclist himself or herself off the bike and dumps on the ground. Okay, so we talk a little bit about mechanism of injury on this channel. So basically, when you see a type of accident or situation, it can kind of tell you what kind of injuries might happen. So when I'm looking at this person right here on the left, immediately we have possible shoulder and elbow injuries. This person, you're going to notice when they hit the ground, the back of the head gets hit on the ground itself. And that we're talking a little bit about that concussion, right? He's got motorcycle jacket, and so hopefully we have back protection so it's going to protect the spine. But that's what I'm trying to get at here is that that's the kind of injuries that we have. So right here, I want you to pay attention to this right here. I'm going to just go one frame at a time. So back protection, hopefully you kept the back protection in here, and then immediately smack the back of the head. That, without a helmet, skull fracture, possibly dead. You know, that's not a good thing. Okay, so we do need to have a thumbnail. I don't know which one I'm going to use, but we'll use one of those. And so then the bike wants to stabilize. Gyroscopic perception, it wants to stabilize. When we start doing inputs, that's when a lot of it crashes. So the bike's actually stabilizing. It's just that it's going to lose inertia, lose momentum because there's no throttle. So once it gets to a slow enough speed, it'll just kind of fall over. So it's starting to fall over to the right, where this person is. And so when I say mechanism injury, right, the bike's going to impact his left leg. He's already got his side stand down. He's doing well. He's not anticipating the bike to hit him. So this is kind of a freak accident, but it's going to hit his left leg. Boom, right there. Knock him off the bike. Crush his left leg a little bit. Do not look up degloving injuries, traumatic degloving injuries on Google with the safe search off. Trust me, you don't want to do that. So that guy's running kind of weird, but still, it's fine. So left leg injury. That's where he has the left leg. So where it impacted, possible tib fib or fracture to the soleus or the gastrocnemius, which is the calf muscle. So it's going to cause pain. He's not going to be able to walk on it. So now we have multiple injuries. Hopefully it's just a bruise. But yeah. We have another impact right there. Another impact right there. Not paying attention, possibly. New rider. Yep. Not paying attention. Look at where her head is moving. So it's as simple as that. A quick head check to see about merging traffic. And then all of a sudden perceived reacts. Not enough. So checking, yeah, she was checking for merging. Now, why would the guy in the front not continue his flow of traffic or his pace? We don't know. He was stopped. It was almost like he was stopped. It's almost like he stopped. So right there, right knee injury possibly. But wear gear just in case that happens so that you're able to protect yourself. He was probably stopping because traffic was going right in front of him. Overall, pretty terrible situation. All right, here we go. Riding, yeah, knee down, boy. Low side into the guardrail. That's going to be a copyrighted song. This dude is just kind of hanging out there like, what the f... All right, copyrighted song. I'm going to go ahead and mute that real quick. Oh, we smoking, baby. Hey, new bike now. Hopefully you have gap insurance, full coverage. That'd be great. My big concern here, yeah, we're riding, we're having a good time, full gear. Great, love that. But when we low side, okay, we're going to be sliding. Okay, gear is going to protect with the abrasions, it's going to protect with all that stuff. My big fear is this part right here. See that curb? See that guardrail? Imagine getting your legs or part of your torso immediately stopping in between that. So that impact, see what I mean? Immediately stopping, breaking your legs, bilateral femur fractures possibly. So what do we have on a track? And hopefully we get to see a track video in this video. I haven't seen it yet. But on a track, if we're doing this and we low side, we're just going to go into the runoff area. We're going to go into the gravel, the grass, whatever it is. We don't have guardrails that will immediately stop us. We're going to slow down and stop. So hopefully we have a track video that we can watch in this video. But he's walking, that's good. So what happened in the low side? Leaned a little bit too far, lost traction on the tires because we're going fast and leaning far. All right, here we go. Maintain a space cushion. This is the person turning left. There's the indicator. Hopefully the legs are fine. You see how we're going to start having issues, burning hot parts, start ripping flesh. All right, let's go back just a little bit here. Let's go ahead and point out, this is going to be a good plan, okay? Position for safety. Our space cushion is pretty good right here. I like this space cushion. We have decent line of sight. We can see around the vehicle. We have an escape to the left or the right of the vehicle in front of us. So we also have, with that space cushion, enough total stopping distance if we're paying attention. That's that perception reaction time. So the space cushion is just the cushion in front of us, to the sides of us, and behind us. We can't really control too much of the behind, but at least to the sides and front. So we're coming up to here. It's an intersection, though. Hazardous for us. We're planning our ride. We locate a hazardous situation. Let's assess if there's any relevant threats. This guy's slowing down. We're getting closer. That means we're getting closer. That means he's slowing down. It means we're maintaining our speed. So we have to start looking for signs. This guy has an indicator to turn left. We should not be getting in between that. We should also be slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. They turn left. Now we can go. Okay? Go with the flow of traffic. Very simple. Don't make this mistake. Don't think that you have to pass. Now, a lot of people, okay, we can say this guy's an idiot. We can say that. But a lot of people, what I've recognized with beginners is that they're scared to brake. They're scared to apply the brakes because they don't trust their skill of slowing down and applying brakes. So a lot of people tend to just keep going and just hope for the best. That's a terrible strategy. Learn to practice your brakes, and that's what you can do with the Smart Rider training drills. You can practice your brakes because you're making turns, you're doing slow speed stuff. So practice your brakes. It's not going to be like, oh, I apply it, I'm going to fall down. No, that's what progressive brake pressure does. You're applying it gently, 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 more until you slow down enough to kind of get away from the situation. All right, here we go. Space cushion. This is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to position for safety. You see how you can't see around the truck or the bus very well? I get it. You kind of get close because they're going slow and you're like, now I'm close. Now what do we do in this situation to increase our line of sight, increase our space cushion? Just roll off the throttle and keep a good gap and then just maintain the same speed. You can maintain the same speed with a good gap just like you can maintain the same speed super close. He's maintaining the speed close, roll off the throttle, now maintain the speed with a gap. Oh, but I don't want anybody getting in front of me. It doesn't matter. If they do, then maintain your speed with the new person. Then when it's time on a straightaway, sure, go ahead and pass if you want, but there's no point in being this close.
The rider decided to take the risk and overtake in this spot, which turned into a very expensive.
Because he thinks he has good visibility around the corner, but he can't see around these. So he made a judgment call. He's like, I can see, because it's a big bend, so I can see around the bend. He can't.
Decided to take
the grass is going to evolve. So he's like, oh, I could see. No cars. But it's the tall grass. Everything kind of blends in together. Just wait for a straightaway. So you can see down the road. In this situation, he tries to do a swerve to the right. It's not good enough. It's not quick enough. And there's the impact to the left leg. So are you starting to realize that a lot of these crashes are because of rider error? It's very easy to blame the cyclist, the car, the person stopped, this person, the bus. It's very easy to blame, but you're starting to recognize poor decision making. I'm trying to get you guys to make better decisions. Just better decisions. Okay, so we're all stopped. Very cool. Oh, don't do that. I get it. It's kind of funny. It's like a little love tap, boop, boop, boop. But if they're not balanced, that was on purpose. It was a little love tap, but tram tracks. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
Unknown reason, the oncoming driver completely
tram tracks.
Approaching rider while making a turn and drove straight into him.
Oh, it's a left turner. Oh, sorry. It's that JetBlue thing is copyrighted. I've gotten copyrighted on that one. So let's go back just a little bit. So it's a left turner. They probably weren't supposed to do that. But you see how hard it is to see at night? See how all the lights kind of blend together? So when we talk about hazardous situations, corners, intersections, but also nighttime, raining, like what's the weather, the time of day, that could be a problem. And I was mentioning tram lines, tram tracks and everything. If you get your tire can get stuck in that too. So if you're going to be doing this, right in the center. But if you're going to be like, I have to cross over the tram tracks right in the center, cross over as quick as you possibly can. Don't just kind of cruise, and then get your tires stuck. But you can't see. Like, what is this? What is that? It's hard. I hate riding at night too. It's messy. Sometimes I just choose not to ride at night because it's not worth the hazard for me. If I'm stuck out at night, I know how to do it, but I'm not going to choose to. So what do we do in this situation? Not much. Wear full gear, guys, just in case something like this happens. He's up and over the hood. Not good, not good. I have an X3. It's a 360. Oh, weren't paying attention. Oh, hopefully not fast. This is a pretty intense video, to be honest. Motostarts, you're right. It's the most insane motorcycle crashes and lessons we're learning, right? All right, so looking left, the road was probably turning and we were still going straight. So then we just get closer and closer and closer to the curb. Pay attention up front. That's all you have to do. He's already using a cardopactoc edge. That's what this is right here. Just use that. Talk to each other and stay focused on the front. Talk to each other, stay focused on the front. That's all you have to do. You don't have to look back unless you're doing head checks. So impact, sure. That's scary. We're talking ribs. Possible ribs, spinal injury, lumbar. So if the rib punctures a lung or punctures an organ, that's a bad situation off of a pretty simple crash, right? All right, here we go. Going a little fast, but we're cruising through a pretty narrow road.
For him to hold the line.
Lots of little intersections.
Him entirely from
driveways I consider intersections, so riding in a neighborhood is a great start to practice your intersection perception. What's this corner? We don't know. A wet curve? Okay. Nice little turn. Lost traction. Off into the edge. How can we have prevented this? Just kind of cruising and enjoying the scenery. Don't have to go fast. Just enjoy the scenery. Is this another view of it? No, it's a different road. Same thing, another corner. Oh, we're going to pick gravel out of our skin for a while. All right, another cardopactoc. I love to see that. Great. Oh, going a little round. Oh. Okay, around the corner. Nice, easy corner. Going maybe a little too fast for our skill level. I know some of you guys will say, this is not fast at all. Skill level applies to it. 20 miles an hour might be too fast for a brand new first hour rider. 45 miles an hour might be so slow for a 10-year veteran that practices and has done track days. You know what I mean? So it all depends. So let's take a look, though, and see what happens here. So we're probably trying to avoid this discoloration. Very good. Okay. But we went a little bit too wide. See how far we're leaning down? A little bit too wide. Not turning much. We're just leaning the body and the bike. We need to do some countersteering. Okay. Countersteer through the turn. Lost some traction. Here's a big thing when it comes to helmets, though. Watch the head. When I say helmets, though, I say full face. Full face helmet. Chin bar right there. Boom. If you didn't have that chin bar, guess what's hitting the ground? What's hitting the ground, everybody? Your face, this beautiful beard. Full armor, full gear, so left shoulder hit first, right arm starting to hit, so you have armor protection there, abrasion resistance there, so it's going to hopefully absorb and remove the ability to get road rash. But that looks like motorcycle leggings, so they have Kevlar. They look a little thick, the leggings, not the... You see how it looks thick? I'm not pointing at the butt, but the motorcycle leggings are pretty thick because they have Kevlar. If this was regular like leggings, they'd be like super stuck to the skin. You see how? Yeah, I think that's motorcycle leggings. So very good for her. I think it's a her. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, maybe they aren't leggings. Either way, they have motorcycle leggings, girls. Wear the leggings. Good boots. Those look like regular pants. Beep, beep. Stop for them. I hate it when people do that. If you're going to honk, at least roll down your window and say, you can't park there. At least do that. Come on. Make it fun. Good job lifting. It's a dude. That's a dude, I think. Yeah. Put the side stand down. It might sink in the grass a little bit, but it's better than just kind of holding it up the whole time. And at this point, check your body. Make sure you're not bleeding anywhere. Okay, moving on. All right, intersections, guys. Watch out. Anybody want to pull out? Real quick, for those of you that are veteran DDFM crew, smart riders, I think we're just switching it to smart rider crew. Veteran crew members, grab yourself a donut, answer the question, what pattern is this? And they're parked on the side of the road, but imagine if it's a 2-lane road and you're passing a bunch of people on the 2-lane road, they're kind of backed up. What pattern is this? 3, 2, 1. Captain Slow, you got the first one. Starla, thank you. Open lane pattern. An open lane pattern. So imagine we're traveling. It's not parked cars, but still you want to watch out for the parked cars. We have a big open lane. This is a great example, guys. So if you're a brand new rider, pay attention. This is a big open lane. We are in the open lane. We love it. We absolutely love it. Well, guess what? If this was traffic, it's a 2-lane road, right? This person wants it. This person wants it. This person wants it. This person wants it. Now, why would these people want it? Because they're stuck behind, this person is stuck behind this person. This person is stuck behind that person, behind that person. Oh, there's a nice open lane. They're going to go for it, and they're going to shoot out quick so they can get into the open lane before someone else does, right? It's basically passing. They're passing. Now, you're traveling, and then boom, collide. So when you see this, for parked vehicles, I'm concerned anybody's going to pull out. Okay. For traffic, I'm afraid anybody's going to pull out. Hey, look at that. You notice how it's the same thing? Okay. So when I see this, when it comes to positioning for safety, I'm going to be off to the left side as much as I can. And I'm going to reduce my speed a little bit and kind of prepare and keep an eye. I'm looking up here, no traffic. I'm looking here, then I'm looking back. And I'm looking here, I'm looking back, I'm looking here, I'm looking back. I'm constantly scanning my eyes just in case. And one of the first things that you can tell if somebody's going to pull out is if their front tire is turned that way. They're ready to go. Because if it's straight like this, that means they're going straight. So I'm over here, slowing it down a little bit. And if anybody sneaks out, thankfully, there's nothing in this lane. I'm going to do a quick swerve and get around. So pay attention. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in this video, but that's a great open lane pattern. So pay attention to that.
Despite having clear visibility, the driver suddenly turned directly in front of the incoming driver for no obvious reason.
Oh. Good progressive brake pressure. Good job. I want to point this out too, when it comes to total stopping distance, it's very important. Perception, reaction, braking distance equals from the moment you see it to the moment you stop. So if you never see it, you're never going to stop. If you see it too late, you're not going to stop in time. Okay? So you need to be quick on your vision of seeing these things. So we come up to here.
The incoming driver.
As soon as they do that, you see how they're turning their tires towards us? He's already squeezing the brakes. Very good. Great perception. Great reaction time and not smashing the brakes. Remember I told you guys not to be scared of the front brake. Good progressive brake pressure. And once he starts slowing down more, he's squeezing more. It's scary, but you got to be quick on it. Quick on the perception, quick on the reaction. And then you do have to be quick on the braking, but not smash the brake and slam it. Give it a little bit. Give it more. Good job. Good job. Amazing. Now, what can we do also? We come up to here, we're applying the brakes. There's not much we could have done. I was going to say we could have swerved left, but we were already pretty much doing so well on the brakes. It's fine. So good job. I want everybody to pay attention. I don't know who this person is, but they can take a seat and have a whole tray of donuts. They did a great job. It's a close call. It's a good reminder, though, of what we should be practicing. Yeah, the driver's an idiot. I agree. Driver's an idiot. But good job on the rider. Get around. Good slow speed maneuvers. Practicing his smart rider drills. So now that we passed that, I want to make this a point. You don't have to get angry. You don't have to have that stuck in your mind. Once you get past that, I want you to tell yourself, I did a good job. I had a close call. I did a good job with my braking. My braking's on point. I am proud of myself. Let's move on to the next thing. And that's pay attention. Exactly, Captain. So back to focus. Back to the open lane pattern. Back to those side of the vehicle patterns. Get back into the mode of, let's take care of this. Let's have a safe ride. Let's not stay on the thinking about the car back there, because then you're not going to pay attention and perceive something else coming up pretty soon. So as quick as you possibly can. And if you can't do that and you're just like super freaking pissed off, like you just, I can't get out of my head. Park right here. Calm yourself. Do some deep breaths, some box breathing. Just pull over, relax, get yourself back into a good state of mind. It's part of the safety checklist. Get yourself back in a state of mind so that you're focused on the ride. Get back on the ride. Don't ride angry, because you're going to start making a ton of mistakes. Anybody ever talk to their girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, their partner, angry? Make some mistakes? Or have you compare that to talking to them when you're in a good mood? So ride in a good mood. Don't ride angry. And don't talk to your girlfriend angry, because you start making mistakes. Calm down first. Low side. Yep. Going a little too fast. Lean the bike over. Maybe was going too fast. Slammed the brakes and it fell over. Oh, maybe it's maybe this is a thumbnail. We'll see. Let's take a look. I don't know. YouTube does ABC thumbnail testing, so we might do that one too. That's right, Horovac. If you're pissed off and there's no good spots to stop, just slow it down. Slow it down, and because you don't want to ride faster, just like slow it down. That's a good point. All right, what do we have? Somebody pulled out in front of us. No turn signal. Oh, this is a great video. I love this. Yeah. It's because a lot of people don't want to take responsibility and accountability. And you can't teach people that. They have to learn it on their own. So here's a good thing. So the person comes over. There's 3 things you can do in an emergency situation. Emergency brake, emergency swerve, emergency accelerate. We can't swerve left. We can't swerve right here. We're already super close. If we applied the brakes, they're just going to run us over, right? So this is a good example of emergency acceleration. Give it a blip to get out of there. and then roll back off when you get past the situation. So when we get to this and you see this person come out, not much you can do. If we're going slow speed, maybe stop. You could. Slow speed. Be very easy to apply the brakes. But let's say we're going a little bit faster, right? Give it a blip to get yourself out of there. We're on motorcycles. We can do this. Give it a blip to get yourself out of there and then roll off the throttle when you get past it so you get back to the appropriate speed. But this is a good example of that. So give it a little bit. And since they stopped, everyone else can kind of get through. That's pretty good. Lots of different situations. Nighttime riding, no gear. Oh, what is this guy doing? Oh, high side. That was a high side. So he either a mechanical failure. Oh, tram track. Tram track. Tram track did it. You guys see that? All right, he's gonna go rescue. He's not getting up. That's not good. All right, let's go back just a little bit. You see that line right there? It's a dark line. There's two of them. It's a tram track. So we talked about tram tracks at the beginning. There's the tram track right there. He went on the tram track and it caught his tires and it flipped them. So that's a high side. So he started falling down and it caught traction and flipped him over. So flipped him over. It's a really dangerous type of crash. Because all the forces are transmitted into your body to hit the ground hard versus just kind of falling down and sliding. Still painful either way, but the high side is terrible. All right, green light. Intersections, watch out. Okay, good job perceiving it. That's a great view. It's a line of sight issue. Where's the truck? Or where's the car behind him? Can't see it. It's a line of sight issue. So we're coming up to an intersection. We can't see everything. We don't know what's around this corner. I don't know. So we're going through an intersection with caution. Part of planning our ride, locating hazardous situation. Is there any relevant threats? Not really. No active ones yet. But we don't know because we can't see. And then we get up to here. Oh, what's that? Oh, they're turning. So now it's an active threat. So now we need to apply progressive brake pressure. They stopped, turned black. But they stopped. So now that they stopped, we can see that they stopped. Now we can continue going. So good job on that rider. Oh, don't pass on the right. Not a good idea to pass on the right. Yeah, they shouldn't have turned really wide like that, but it is what it is. Good job with your brakes. Oh, snap. Oh, I'm so worried about his coccyx, his tailbone, when somebody does that. Breaking your tailbone. Oh, yeah. So it's an e-bike. Those are fun. I have a couple. Practicing, though, on a pretty open road, so I'm not upset by that. Oh, good job with the brakes. Now, hey, open lane pattern. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so we're coming here. We have a nice open lane, right? They're all stuck on the side. He wants to come over into our open lane. That's an open lane pattern right there. And look at the position that we're in. Remember when I said I want to be over here on the left, away from all of them? We're all the way on the right. So if that person even comes out a little bit, they're going to hit us. If they come out a little bit and we're on this side, we have a little bit more time to react. So he applied the brakes really hard. Thankfully, he was able to stop. Now imagine if we were speeding. Imagine if we're speeding through here because we have this nice open lane. Might as well speed. No. Do an appropriate speed. This is a good speed. That person does not want to be stuck behind everybody on the right side, decides to come over. Now we perceive they're starting to come over. We're going to respond with applying the brakes or swerving to the left. So good job. But that's an open lane pattern. Look at, they didn't want to be stuck behind everybody. So watch out. If one person is going to do it, someone else is going to do it. Somebody else is going to do it. Somebody else is going to do it. All right, here we go. Going around the corner, not too fast. I mean, it's a pretty easy corner, but we're increasing our speed. That person switches over. Good job. Good job with the swerve, but slow it down here because we have this other corner. Good job. You see what I mean by, well, does he crash? Let me see if he crashed. No, he doesn't. Okay. The other person, when they went around and they solved the problem with good progressive braking, I'm telling you guys, hey, get back in the state of mind, pay attention up front. So in this situation, we're going around a corner, we're doing pretty good. Person comes out. So we're gonna move over, we're gonna swerve around him, but we have a new corner here. So if we were focused on that person, we look back to flip them off or do whatever, and we're increasing our speed because we're pissed off, we're not set up for this next corner. So you have another corner coming up. So get back into your good state of mind, go through the corner. So good job on this rider. All right, so nice slow speed stuff. Practice it with the drills, everybody. Link in the description for 20%. Oh, my Atlanta. We have a tire in the road. We have some scrape marks on asphalt, so somebody's down. The guy's up front, down. Save a life, everybody. Rescue this rider if you can. Rescue this rider. I don't care about the tire. What about the dude on the ground? Nobody's taking care of him. Everyone's moving stuff away. You see what I mean? Focus the person. Ah, please wear gear. So more than likely, it was a 3/4 helmet. Because you see a lot of people with 3/4 helmets in this type of area, or no helmet, or it's a modular helmet with the front end up. So you see all the facial trauma, the left leg trauma. So he hit something, definitely hit his face. So when that one person in the corner and they fell down and they hit the chin bar, that's why you wear a full face, everybody. Hopefully there's no broken bones there. It's just flesh. Just a little bit of blood. Oh my gosh. So that sucks. But with that said, grab yourself a donut. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Hopefully you guys learned something. And ride safe, everybody. Don't be an idiot.